So today I am going to be showing you guys how I made this unit right here from start to finish. This hair is from Beauty Forever. I have in a free part closure that's 16 inches, and then I got a bundle of 16, 18, and 20 inches. I used all the bundles. Well, I used like most of the third one. So I did sew the closure onto this mesh dome cap, and then I glued the tracks around the closure. So like I said, I used all of the 20, all of the 18, and a majority of the 16 inch. I have like less than half of that bundle left. So the hair is like super full, super curly. This is Beauty Forever Malaysian curly virgin hair. Virgin, I don't know, this kind of seems like a blend if you ask me personally, but it's still really pretty. It's really curly. I love the curl pattern on this wig. I've gotten so many compliments on this wig. The hair is gorgeous. It's really soft. It's really easy to detangle. It doesn't really tangle much, and it's really easy to like refresh and whatnot. So yeah, I really like this wig. Only complaint that I have is, you guys will see when I bleach the knots, they didn't really bleach. Like, I left the bleach on there for like about an hour and the knots didn't even really bleach. Like, some of them bleached, but some of them didn't. But I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna wash it out. It's been sitting here for way too long. I don't know, I think I used the wrong developer. I used 30 instead of 40, so maybe that was my fault. But yeah, I'm just letting you guys know the knots didn't really bleach. So my closure, it's not horrible, I would say. I can't tell, I feel like it's just a little bit too dark for my skin tone, but it's really easy to fix with like some face powder or whatever. And this is curly hair, so a lot of times I just have the hair kind of like laying over the closure like that. So yeah, that's a really good tip actually. If your closure doesn't really look right, you could just lay the hair over it like this and just kind of give yourself that kind of look, just to disguise some of that. So yeah, you guys will see in this video how I made the wig, how I bleached the knots, took it out of the package, how I made the wig, sewed down the closure, glued in the tracks, all that. And then you'll see me style it, and you'll even see me lay this wig with the Ghost Bond. I will give you guys a full review on how I feel about the Ghost Bond in a separate video. But yeah, I really hope you guys like this wig. I am in love with this wig. This is my new favorite wig. I wear this wig everywhere. So yeah, we're just gonna jump right into how I made this, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you guys very soon in my next one. Okay, so we're just going to jump on in. I'm going to take some of this BW2 powder. It's bleaching powder, and I'm going to take some 30 volume developer. I'm going to mix the two together, and you want the consistency, to be very thick, like a little bit thicker than cake batter. Like if you put some on your spoon, you turn it over, it won't drip down, and you'll see me like test that at the very end. So that's what you want your powder to be like. Then I'm just going to spread that all over the closure and then let that sit. So here I'm just showing you what the knots look like. Like I said in the beginning, some of them bleached, some of them didn't, but I just rinsed it anyways because I was like, this has been on for too long, so whatever. So I end up washing it with some purple shampoo, just the generic kind from Sally's because bitch, it was cheap, and some Carol's Daughter Black Vanilla conditioner, and I ended up co-washing all the bundles with that. And then that was the dome cap that we're going to be sewing all of these, the closure onto, and then gluing the tracks to. I've tried like a regular dome cap. It didn't fit my head as well. This mesh one fit a little bit better. I just have a big ass head and a lot of hair, but whatever. So yes, this one did fit better. And then here I'm just positioning the closure. When you pin down the closure, you want to get it as flat as possible. So when you're sewing it down, you sew it down as flat as possible so that it's like as seamless and as flat as possible so it looks as natural as possible. So I'm just going to take a curved needle and some thread, which I'm pretty sure I used the wrong thread, but it's whatever, it works and it's what I had. So just sew down all the sides of the closure. And yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys watch now. So I did glue these tracks onto this wig. I didn't sew them. I have sewn a whole wig before. It took freaking forever. So I was like, bump that. I'm not doing that. So I decided to glue it, and I did watch videos, and everyone that I watched said that they've swam in their hair, they've washed their wigs and stuff, and the tracks never slip. The glue is pretty good. So yeah, I didn't have any problems. I still haven't had any problems. So I'm just taking the glue and spreading a thin line over the track, and then taking my blow dryer, as you can see right here, and blow drying it until it's tacky. And then after that, you're going to see me flip the track around and just stick it onto the wig, onto the mesh cap, and then press it in, and then take my blow dryer again and blow dry it while it's on there, while I'm pressing it down, just so everything's really stuck and really dry and you don't have any issues. started gluing at the very back of the mesh cap, and I just glued gradually up in a U shape. So now you see me taking just like a small piece. I'm going to start gluing horizontally right up until I get to the closure, which you guys will see in just a second. So first of all, I'm sorry about the lighting of this clip. I think my face was just like looking down too much for the camera to recognize my face, and I don't know, it's just a whole mess, but I'm sorry. So here I'm just showing you guys how I'm doing my hair underneath the wig. I just parted it down the middle and did 2 French braids, nothing crazy, nothing fancy. Usually I do like really chunky cornrows on myself, but I was just keeping the wig on for a day, so that's why I didn't. And the residue that you see in my hair, or that you will see in my hair when I'm braiding it, is just product buildup, because I'm pretty sure I didn't wash my hair before this, because I'm a dirty ass bitch. And like I said, I was only keeping the wig on for the day, and I took it out that night and washed my hair, so yeah, irrelevant, but just thought I'd throw that in there. So I'm just gonna let you guys watch me braid my hair down. Also, I want to say I'm not a professional. I don't know what I'm doing. I taught myself how to braid by watching YouTube videos, so I know that these aren't perfect, but don't come for me. So after I braid my hair down, I'm going to take some Got To Be in the black bottle and just slick my edges back just to keep them out of the way. The edges are really curly, so if I don't do this, they do get in the way. They like bead up, and it's irritating. So I just slick them back and then put the wig cap over them to kind of like keep them back in place. Okay, so I just tried on the wig, showed you guys how it looked, and now that it's on, I'm just like playing with it, adjusting it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pin the sides back, pin the closure back, fix my wig cap, and then I'm gonna mark where the closure sits so I know where to put the glue, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take some rubbing alcohol and just put that where I'm going to be putting the glue and laying the closure, just to clear off any dirt or like oil that may be there and help the glue stick better. Then I'm going to take this Ghost Bond right here, and I'm going to spread just a thin layer over my forehead and spread it out with the little wooden stick that it came with. And I did put a little bit too much. You don't need a lot, you just need a thin layer, especially if you're doing more than one layer. And I suggest not using this if you're only going to wear your wig for one day, or if you do only do one thin layer. But yeah, and then I'm just going to take my blow dryer and blow dry it on cool. And then once it gets completely clear, I'm going to do another layer, do the exact same thing, blow dry it on cool, and then we'll be ready to stick it down. So I'm just going to tie down the closure with a bandana. My house always has a plethora of bandanas, so that's just what I use. If you want to use like silk or whatever, do use this. But now I'm just going to show you guys how I refresh the curls. This wig is freshly washed. I have worn it before, but I had just washed it and let it air dry. So the curls weren't horrible, but they were pretty poofy because they were completely dry. So I'm first just going to spray some water, just some regular old H2O in there, and then comb it out with a wide tooth comb. You do not want to use a small tooth comb on curly hair. It's not necessary. Just use a wide tooth comb. And then I'm going to go ahead and take some of this Honey Curls by Miss Jessie's and just put a little bit of that into my hair and just like rake it through, play around with it. And then I'm going to take some olive oil foaming mousse, whatever you want to call it, and put way too much of that in my hand and then just put it into my hair, scrunch it up, and that's how I like to refresh the curls. And do the exact same thing on the other side. Make sure you get it from root to tip, so it will all have that wet look for the day, not just the middle of it, you know what I mean? So yeah. And then I like to use this tip I got from Aaron Ross here on YouTube, and I just put some mousse into like the part and stuff, and then I take my hot comb and smooth it down. That will get your hair on flat, and it'll have it like looking shiny and nice all day, so I love that. And then I did lay just a little bit of baby hair with this toothbrush and that foaming mousse that I showed you guys before. I like the way that it looks, and I like that it doesn't make your baby hair crunchy like Got2b does. But if you're someone like me and you touch your hair a lot when you're wearing a wig, this will not stay. Like when I got home, my baby hairs were non-existent. They like the mousse, it helps them keep that form, but not if like you move them at all. So yeah, that's just a little tip. But this is the way that my wig turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Deuces.